How much money did John Cena make in WWE? John Cena is one of the most recognizable names in wrestling history. But here is something most fans never stop to think about. While millions of people know him as the face of WWE, very few know how much money that position actually earned him. Was he making millions every year? Tens of millions? Or was the real money coming from somewhere completely different? The answer is far more interesting than most people expect, because Cena's WWE career was not just about winning championships. It became one of the most successful business partnerships the wrestling industry has ever seen. For more than 2 decades, John Cena was everywhere. He was on weekly television, premium live events, international tours, merchandise commercials, talk shows, charity campaigns, and eventually blockbuster movies. WWE did not just create a superstar. They created a global brand. And every time that brand grew, the money grew with it. The fascinating part is that Cena's biggest paydays were not always coming from what happened inside the ring. Some years, a single merchandise category generated numbers that most wrestlers could only dream about. Other years, his guaranteed contracts alone were larger than entire wrestling locker rooms combined. By the time his full WWE journey is examined, the total amount becomes almost unbelievable. Early WWE years, when John Cena first arrived in WWE, the money was nowhere near the level fans associate with him today. Like most young wrestlers trying to break through, he had to prove that he belonged. The company saw potential, but potential does not automatically come with massive paychecks. During those early years, Cena was earning respectable money compared to average workers, but compared to future superstar earnings, it was only the beginning of the story. What makes this stage important is not the numbers themselves. It is how quickly everything changed once WWE realized they had discovered someone capable of carrying the entire company. The rise to main event status, the moment Cena started connecting with audiences. WWE's financial investment in him increased dramatically. Suddenly, he was appearing in bigger storylines, headlining more events, and becoming one of the most featured faces on television. Every promotion needed his image. Every major event wanted his name on the poster. As his popularity exploded, so did his value. WWE understood that stars who attract viewers are not expenses. They are assets. And Cena was rapidly becoming one of the most valuable assets in wrestling history. Championship era. Once Cena became the centerpiece of WWE programming, his earnings entered a completely different category. Main event performers receive bonuses, larger guarantees, and additional compensation tied to major events. During his championship years, Cena was regularly featured as the company's biggest attraction. This meant premium positioning on shows, major sponsorship opportunities, and stronger contract negotiations. The interesting thing is that championships themselves were not necessarily the biggest source of income. The real value came from being the person WWE trusted to represent the company at the highest possible level. Merchandise sales. This is where the story starts becoming incredible. For years, John Cena was a merchandise machine. T-shirts, hats, wristbands, action figures, posters, video games, and countless other products carried his name and likeness. Fans bought them in enormous numbers. Children wanted to dress like him. Parents bought the merchandise. WWE stores stocked endless Cena products because demand never seemed to slow down. Wrestlers typically receive a percentage of merchandise revenue, and when sales reach the level Cena achieved, those percentages can turn into enormous annual earnings. Some reports and industry estimates suggest merchandise alone generated millions of dollars for him over the course of his WWE career. The scale becomes even more impressive when considering how many consecutive years he remained among the company's top sellers. Main event paydays. Every major WWE event came with bigger financial opportunities. When Cena headlined premium live events, especially WrestleMania, the earnings increased significantly. These were the nights that attracted massive audiences, generated huge revenue, and justified larger performer compensation. Being trusted as the main attraction year after year is something only a handful of wrestlers in history have experienced. Cena was not just occasionally headlining. He became one of the defining faces of WWE's biggest events for an entire generation. That level of consistency translated directly into larger annual income. The face of WWE. There is a difference between being a top wrestler and being the face of an entire company. WWE relied heavily on Cena during one of the most important periods in its modern history. He represented the brand during interviews, media appearances, television promotions, charity work, and international tours. Every appearance expanded his visibility and strengthened his negotiating position. When a company depends on one individual to that extent, compensation naturally reflects that importance. Special contracts and bonuses. As Cena's status grew, his contracts reportedly became increasingly lucrative. Top WWE stars often negotiate guarantees, appearance fees, performance bonuses, and various incentives. While exact details remain private, industry reports over the years consistently placed Cena among WWE's highest earners. What makes these deals particularly interesting is that they rewarded not only performance inside the ring, but also the broader value he delivered as a global attraction. Part-time superstar earnings. Many fans assume that once Cena transitioned into Hollywood, WWE money slowed down dramatically. Surprisingly, that is not entirely true. Even with fewer appearances, Cena remained one of the company's most recognizable figures. Limited appearances often created even greater excitement because audiences knew they were seeing something special. WWE still benefited enormously from his presence, and that allowed him to continue earning substantial amounts despite wrestling less frequently. His name alone carried marketing power that many full-time performers could not match. Hollywood influence on WWE value. The bigger Cena became outside WWE, the more valuable he became inside WWE. Movie success increased his mainstream appeal, which in turn increased interest whenever he returned to wrestling. Fans who discovered him through films became curious about his wrestling career. WWE gained exposure through his growing celebrity status. This created a unique situation where both sides benefited from each other's success. As his Hollywood profile expanded, his ability to command significant WWE compensation remained strong. The total estimated earnings, when all revenue streams are considered including salaries, merchandise royalties, bonuses, premium event earnings, media appearances, and special contracts, many industry estimates place John Cena's total WWE earnings comfortably in the tens of millions of dollars. Some calculations suggest the figure may have surpassed $100 million throughout his relationship with the company when every source of WWE-related income is included. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications for more deep dives into the money, business, and untold stories behind the biggest names in sports and entertainment. Let us know in the comments which WWE superstars' earnings should be explored next. And do not forget to subscribe so you never miss the next breakdown.